Hello Cancer and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy and I am so happy that you have joined me this week. This is your weekly reading for June 2nd to the 8th. So we're going to get right into your reading. I want to welcome those of you that are new to my channel, and of course welcome back the ones that those of you that have decided to come back this week. Thank you to all of you for all of the likes, the shares. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and if you haven't done so, please consider subscribing. It really does help my channel grow and I appreciate it. I want to get right into your reading, Cancer. We are going to start with your angel number. We are going to reveal it at the end of the reading and see how this number and message ties into all of the messages that are coming through for the week. All right, so the first thing, of course, we want to do is get those incoming energies, see what energies are surrounding you as we move through this week. This is the first full week of June. I can't believe that, we're already halfway through the calendar year. Where does time go? All right, my beautiful Cancerians, spirit angels, guides. What are the incoming energies as we move through this week? The energies surrounding Cancer. Thank you. All right. We've got three energies, all right? So let's get into those right away. We've got number 6, contract. So contract is kind of like the justice card in the major arcana. So it can be depicted as, of course, legalities, if there are some of you going through that, but contract can also be the balance that we require in our life. Sometimes, sometimes there's life where we just feel like things are just maybe swaying in one way and then we're lacking in another way. So this is really about figuring out how to bring more balance and stability into your life. For some of you, there could be a contract or an agreement that you are in the process of evaluating. And it looks as if in order for there to really be fairness with this contract, it looks as if you're looking for some more insight or some more information, because in this illustration, the person is blindfolded, meaning that they can't see exactly what it is they require to get that balance. But the fact of the matter is that there is some sort of information coming in. And I think that this is going to be a week of balance, because you also got the yin and the yang number 22. Look at that, number 22, beautiful angel number. 2s, of course, are all about balance. They are about partnerships. They can be about duality, working together. But the yin and the yang is exactly like it sounds. The yin being the more passive, and the yang being a little bit more aggressive. It's trying to balance out the feminine and the masculine. And again, I think where balance comes into place for you this week is when you are going to be able to pull off that blindfold. And I think it all comes with information or some sort of clarity to a situation. And then, of course, we've got the number 45, the man holding a heart. Heart would be like water sign. So Cancer, this could very well be your energy at this time. There's no gender with the cards. Following your heart. Is there something in your life where you feel like something that you love doing, your creative side? Are you feeling like maybe you haven't been giving enough attention to something? Have you been concentrating so much on the contractual things in your life that you're feeling like you're not putting in enough balance where your heart, where the heart matters? Okay, so again, that could be for just, it doesn't have to be, for people that we love or an intimate relationship. This can be, again, for the things that we enjoy doing in life and bringing that sort of excitement and love and joy to our life. When we are focusing so much on, our finances and on things that we have committed ourselves to, sometimes we feel like something is off balance, and where that could be is maybe in some relationships, maybe your family, maybe you're feeling like you need to spend a little bit more time with your family. There could be a contract that is required that is involving your family. This is just some of the messages that are coming through, but really the biggest energy that's coming through this week for you, Cancer, is the fact that there is some sort of need to find that balance so that you can follow your heart and the things that really mean a lot to you. Let's find out what is happening in your current energies. We've got Wow, you really do have some strong current energies here. Number 31, the door to value. You know, I think you've been waiting for that door to open, and I think you're finally slowly but surely seeing that it is opening for you. Now, for value, for some of you could mean, you know, a higher job pay. And with this door to value opening, with your incoming energies, maybe some of you have applied or you've opened the door for some sort of new contract, new promotion, new job, new investment that you're just waiting to do sort of the final. It's almost like the finality is this week, wrapping something up and finally seeing the door open even wider for you where value is concerned. Value, again, could be the contracts, could be the job, but value doesn't always have to be monetary. For some of you, it could be what you value most, you know, your health, your spiritual side, your family, your friends, you know, an intimate partnership. Now, it also looks like number 7, community, is a very important part of what's happening in your current energies as well. And a community of people means that there's people around you that are, you know, you're enjoying group activities. There is a supportive energy around what's going on in your life right now. The community could also be something that's helping bring and open that door to value as well. So have you joined a new community group where maybe there's an opportunity for advancement, or maybe an opportunity for some sort of job employment as well? You know, sometimes we find jobs and sources of income by exploring things more in depth with our community. So there could be something happening that way for you as well. Number 27, walking away. You know, walking away, this to me is you're walking away because there is something better for you. The door to value is opening because you're walking away from something and you're moving into the direction of something better. The butterflies on the other side of this beautiful gate are showing that transformations are taking place, and I feel like your energy is really feeling inspiration and happy. This is kind of like finally things are moving in that path. They're moving in the direction that I've been working so hard for. And I think this walking away, you've got a boost of confidence, you've got a boost of morale, because this community of people are really there opening their arms and welcoming you, or they're also, you know, there just to give you that extra kind of push, you know, so you're not really feeling alone in whatever this new venture is. It is a venture of some sort that is requiring some sort of contract, and the contract needs to feel a great sense of balance in order for you to also feel good about it as well. So I do feel like for some of you, really, it's finding that balance again between the things that you love in life and what is required to, you know, to stay motivated and to stay on top of your financial commitments as well. So let's start with your first 3 cards here. We'll talk about the first 3 cards and then we'll move on to the next 3, and then we will end up clarifying all of them as well. Okay, you've got 2 there. So let's start with these. Put them together. Yeah, there is definitely some sort of opportunity. I feel like some of you are walking away from something. When we walk away from something, like I said, it's not like you're walking away from something with disappointment. You're actually walking away because it's done. You know, you've done the deal, you've done the agreement. Now it's time to move on to the next phase. And there is definitely, with the 8 of Wands, something happening very quickly for you here. This is definitely positive movement forward. Lots and lots of movement. So again, you may feel like things are kind of rushing through a little bit. That's why, you know, balance is going to be so important for you this week. Keeping things together, because the 8 of Wands, again, can really feel maybe a little overwhelming because there's lots of positive things coming into play for you. It looks as if a lot of this has to do with your wish fulfillment, and it's more in line with what you emotionally are looking for. And I think that this might be somewhat of an emotional week, because I think you finally feel like, again, you know, you've been really currently working on how to open that new door, right? That new door that means something, that's meaningful. This is a meaningful door because it's the door to value. So it's something that you've been really hoping and wishing for, and I feel like you're more in line with that. And the messages that you need to fulfill that wish are coming through. Now, these 2 cards wanted to come up together. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups, you know, we can even see by the picture that this person is really, she's kind of withdrawn. She's emotionally kind of distanced herself. You know, she's somewhat focusing on the cup that really is dry. It's not full. It's not emotionally rewarding. Maybe she's lost her enthusiasm, you know, or maybe she's feeling a little bored, not satisfied with some emotional situation. But the fact is that this is really the universe saying, wake up, and wake up, because first of all, you got the Ace of Pentacles with this. That Ace of Pentacles is a new offer, new opportunity. It's a pathway opening up for you. It's something new. It's something that really, with hard work and dedication, can really bring you a very lucrative new path as well. So there could be a lot of abundance at the end of this path. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is in the infancy or beginning stages of something. And of course, like I said, it's going to require you to maybe, you know, put some focus and some hard work into it, but it has the potential and capability of becoming something that you've really dreamed of. It really could end up being exactly what you were hoping for. Now, this could be relationships for some of you. Absolutely. If that's what you're here for today and you're looking for a relationship, I really feel like, you know, you are looking at some sort of partnership that is more balanced, that is more in line with your emotional needs. I think there's been disappointments in the past, but this is a wake-up call, because the universe is saying, look, there's a cup that's behind you, and all you have to do is release yourself and walk away from the cups that are no longer satisfying you, no longer really emotionally feeling, you're not emotionally feeling it there. You're not present there anymore. You've almost detached yourself from these emotions. Turn yourself around, because this opportunity has some long-term benefits to it. So something you definitely are going to want to pursue and take a look at. All right, Cancer, let's get your second row. Let's find out what the second row is for you. Then we'll get the third row, and then we'll start clarifying everything. So Spirit, Angels, Guides for the beautiful sign Cancer. We've got one there, two, and one more. Ooh, we just want one. One, please. Thank you. Nice. Wow, beautiful. For some of you, definitely, if you are looking for love, it looks like there is some great happiness here. And again, what I'm seeing is if you've been in and out of relationships that you really just feel haven't really matched the emotional level, you know, or the mature level in a relationship, I feel like that is something that, you know, you're really working towards. And it could be really right there at your fingertips. And in fact, it could be a wake-up call, meaning that there could be somebody already there, but you just haven't really given it an opportunity because maybe you're still healing from a past relationship. That is just a message for some of you, certainly isn't going to resonate with all of you. Now, the Lover's card isn't just about love, and it isn't just about choices around love. It is about decisions and choices that we're faced with. And I think that this being Gemini energy, we are in Gemini season, I do believe that this has a lot to do with the energy around the number 6 contract. When we have to make decisions, we need to be able to make them with clarity. So I think that there might be something required on your part this week where you are going to be required to make decisions. Because remember, you've got the 8 of Wands, we've got all this positive movement forward, and we have all these messages that are coming through. So now you have to decipher with these messages to make sure that you're making a wise decision. Now, the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is really feeling a great deal of, I almost feel like it's like you're taking this deep breath and you're saying to yourself, oh, I've finally reached this point where I'm feeling happy. I'm smiling. I feel better. My energy levels are better. I feel like things are really looking up. And it's been a while since I've felt this way, but I feel like a breath of fresh air. And now I can finally let my true emotions shine through. I don't have to keep anything bottled up or hidden. I'm feeling a great deal of peace, contentment, happiness, joy, and laughter, right? Laughter. And this is all in line with your wish fulfillment. So your emotional needs are really coming through this week. The 8 of Pentacles, is like the Apprentice card. You are mastering something in your life, whether you're mastering a job, you're mastering being a parent, maybe you're mastering a new form of education, mastering relationships. whatever it is, this is though you're the master of your domain. And, you really do focus and concentrate on perfecting something in your life. And I feel like there is something that you are really working towards to bring a great sense of emotional happiness your way. And I think that there could be some important decisions that are going to be required on your part. And it could have something to do with work, but not necessarily, because Eight of Pentacles, yes, it's working towards the things in life that open that door to value. But like I said, door to value doesn't always have to be monetary. I think that you really are putting together a plan or a strategy to really master a certain area of your life. You're pinpointing or practicing something in your life to really perfect it. And I think really with the Ten of Cups being in the center of your reading, I feel like this is really starting to come into alignment for you, Cancer. All right, let's get the third card, the third row, and then let's start clarifying so we can get a clearer picture as to what all of these cards mean. Spirit, angels, guides. One more card for the third row, please. Thank you. Queen of Cups, we end with you. We've got a Page of Cups. We've got the Moon. So there's a little bit of uncertainty, but that's okay. Life is about uncertainty. We don't always know exactly where things are going to lead to us. Or in what direction they're going to lead us. A lot of Pisces energy here, but also Cancer energy. So I'm really feeling like this third row is a lot of your energy coming through. So let's start with this beautiful Page of Cups. Pages, no gender. Pages are messengers, or they are things that are beginning in its infancy stage. So for some of you, it could be a relationship. You're opening up the idea maybe of a new relationship. You're ready and willing to really take a look at it. For some of you, especially if you've walked away from something, you might be ready to begin something new. But it's not just about relationships. Now, the Cups has a lot to do with what our heart truly wants and following our heart. Page of Cups is also about following your intuition. There's a lot of abundance and emotional abundance in this card. So there could be some messages coming to you. Maybe they're coming from somebody younger. If you've got children, maybe there is a message that is coming from your children. And maybe it's going to be a message that's going to require your part to like some sort of a decision on your part as well. A lot of creative energy around the Page of Cups too. So you could be exploring some new opportunities in a creative way as well. Now, number 18, the Moon card. Sometimes there's uncertainty, especially if there's something new entering our life. Now, if there's a new message, a new person, something in its infancy stage, there's not a big track record there, right? Especially if this is somebody new entering your life. It could be a friend. It could be a new associate. It could be somebody you work with. But with the Moon and that sense of uncertainty and sort of feeling a little insecure because, again, you're not quite sure what's going on, there's a hidden element to the Moon. So again, this could be a message that you haven't seen yet. It's a message that's going to be coming in, or it's a person that's going to reveal themselves to you. And that is, the Moon will eventually reveal itself. And then the Queen of Cups, I believe, is truly your energy here, your loyalty, your dedication, and really following what your heart truly desires, whether it is, with your job and your career, or whether it is with your family, or whether it is balancing all of that together. All right, let's get right into clarifying these cards. Let's find out. With the Eight of Wands and that beautiful Nine of Cups, I think that things are really lining up nicely for you to meet what you really have truly wished and hoped for. And you've got the Six of Cups. So for some of you, something from the past could be re-entering your life, could be a person, could be a memory, could be something but brings joy and brings happiness. And it's actually something from your past that is bringing you emotional fulfillment. And it's actually something that is in line with your wishes and hopes. So something you've been wishing for from the past looks like it may be coming in this week for you. All right, Cancer. So now let's get for the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, along with your wish fulfillment. So, there's an opportunity that it wants to reveal itself, but you have to make sure that, you have to see the opportunity. I think that you see it. I think that you just haven't grasped onto it yet. The Four of Wands, there's a celebration here. For some of you, there could be somebody returning from your past that's really, you know, maybe wanting a relationship. There also could be a celebration for some of you with a new opportunity it's a new offer of some sort. So for some of you, it could be that, you know, it's a new home. Maybe you're having to walk away and leave your old home, and maybe you're finding it a little bit challenging, but you know what? This new place is going to actually open the doors and the gateways to much more prosperity for you. It's actually going to be more in line with what you really wish and hope for, you just can't see it yet. And the Four of Wands is a celebration behind all of it. This is a celebratory card, and this is really the gateways opening for you. And you really are now, you're not standing on the outside looking in, you're standing on the inside looking out. So there is something, I really feel like some of you really are looking at a new home or doing something to elevate your experience at home, something that meets more of what your emotions need within your home. Now let's look at the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. For some of you in relationships, it really is a beautiful relationship where you really feel happiness and joy. There's balance in your relationship. Your energies really work in unison together. Now with the Fool energy coming up as the clarifying card, this could be a new relationship for some of you. You're ready to begin a new adventure. Doesn't necessarily have to be relationships though, but you are ready to start something new. You are embarking on a new journey. And even though there's that element of surprise and uncertainty because you don't really know maybe where you're headed, there's an element of excitement. There's an element of adventure here. And I feel like, you know, this is the decision that you are required to make. Am I going to go for it? Am I going to take this little bit of leap of faith, and am I going to proceed forward? You know, I mean, I think really with the Ten of Cups, it's showing that this new venture could really open a whole new world for you. And maybe it'll be a happiness that you're not used to. Maybe it's a new sense of happiness and a new sense of contentment that you're not used to. But you're definitely ready to, I'm hoping that you are ready to finally make some sort of a decision to take that little bit of leap of faith. The Ten of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Let's see. And you've got the Two of Swords. You see, again, you're feeling indecisive. There's a lot of hard work. You're mastering something in your life to find happiness, and you're feeling a little bit at a crossroads because you're not exactly sure which decision to make. As you can see with both of these cards, you're blindfolded. What is that blindfold? Why is it that you can't remove the blindfold? And maybe this is a question you need to ask yourself. Is there something intuitively that you are feeling that is restricting you from taking that blindfold off? Because when you do take the blindfold off, you're going to see things clearer, and you're going to be able to face things as well. You know, we don't want to mask this anymore. This really, I think the fear for you is the fact that you are really going to be in the phase of something new, whether it's a new relationship, a new job, a new creative adventure, meeting new people, joining a new organization, maybe a new home, maybe you're figuring out whether or not this is the time to travel. You know, there's definitely decisions that are going to be required on your part, but you have to remove those blindfolds and you have to release the fear of doing so. And you know, it's okay that we don't master things 100%. You know, you don't have to have it so completed before you remove that mask, because there could be some things that you still need to learn, and that might require you to remove the mask first so that you can continue mastering what it is that you are pursuing here. All right, the Page of Cups and the Moon. There is something hidden there. But look at the transformations. There is definitely something transforming here for you. So again, what you feel maybe, what your fears and insecurities have been around, maybe new, again, something new in your life. The Death card is showing the end of an old cycle, and it's a rebirth. There is definitely a rebirth here, and I think it's going to be a rebirth where you are going to start feeling more emotionally connected, almost more emotionally connected to life and your life choices and the things that you're doing. You're following what your heart truly wants, and I think it's taken a long time for you to get there. This here, again, showing death, it's the end of the cycle of uncertainty and fear, and I think that is a perfect card really to clarify that Moon energy. Now, the Moon and the Queen of Cups is you feeling those insecurities as well. So how do we release those insecurities? And there we go. And then, you know, again, here we go. We've got it's the balance, right? It's again, and it's funny. The Two of Pentacles is working hard, playing hard, enjoying life, finding out how to balance, you know, how do I balance the fun in my life with my obligations in life? My job, my career are important and I need to concentrate on that. But how do I balance things enough so that I can, you know, add in a relationship, add in family time, add in all of these things as well. So for some of you, you could be feeling a little bit like you are juggling things to try and figure out that balance. So this week could be the week where, you know, something is going to reveal itself. It looks like a cycle is changing for you, and it is the end of some old cycle and the beginning of something new. And I'm not going to say that this new venture that you're going to take isn't a little bit riskier. Maybe it's a little bit out of your comfort zone, but I feel like it's all pointing you in a direction that is going to bring you the balance that you are looking for. And I do believe that you are going to figure out how to remove those blindfolds by the end of this week. If not by the end of this week, certainly by the end of the month. I really like the number 2 for you. I'm seeing a lot of 2s, 22. So again, balance seems to be the key of your reading this week. All right, let's now get your animal spirit card. Let's find out what your angels would like to share with you. Animal spirit cards. You've got 2. So let's read the first one here. And we've got the swan. It's all about grace. It says, "You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty." There's grace and peace, contentment and beauty all around you. And I think that your life is going through that huge transformation. Huge emotional transformation is taking place this week for you. And then you got the humpback whale. You're the singer. Okay, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. And again, that's your intuition. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Even if it's a little risky, you might decide it's time, that nothing's going to stop you. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. And I think your soul is going through a journey. Absolutely. And I think this is why this is a very emotional reading this week. And I think that a lot of the answers you're looking for that haven't revealed themselves, I think, like I said, either by the end of this week or the end of June, I think you're going to see that that is going to reveal itself. Let's get an additional angel message for you. Cancer, these are things to give some thought to. It's your angels and really sending some messages your way. Give you some inspiration. Let's start with the first one here. And it says, you need to speak up and speak out. It says, let your voice be heard loud and clear. So it's very important for you to do that. You know, don't hide behind the blindfold. If you need to, communicate. By communicating, whether it's to people or whether it's just communicating to yourself or communicating out loud to your spiritual team, they want your voice to be heard. And then the second is stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and to live. So very important, because a lot of the times we don't make changes in our life because we're worrying too much about what others think or how they're going to judge us. This card is just reiterating to you that you need to stop caring about what they think. And that doesn't mean that you're being selfish, and it doesn't mean that you're not being understanding or caring. But what you know intuitively what is best for you. This is your life to live and to love. So just an extra reminder from your angels there. All right, we're going to close out your reading now, Cancer. Let's find out what your angel number is and the message behind it. You got the personal power. 8888. So, material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, and epic romance. It's almost like everything all rolled into one here. So it says all that is good and pleasant in your life is going to multiply. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. How beautiful. This is a lovely, lovely way to close out this reading. And just know that you do have personal power. You know, speak up and speak out for the things that you really want in your life. And then remember that this is your life to love and live. And I think that you have the personal power to achieve that. All right. Thank you so much, Cancer, for joining me today. I really appreciate that you've chosen this time to spend with me. And until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.